major operation theatre where we are doing all sorts of operations like laparoscopy, hysteroscopy, hysterectomies. So all kinds of surgeries are done in this main operation theatre.
Okay.
Yeah. As you can see, it's again a restricted entry zone. Double door you can see, just to minimize the chances of infection to our patients.
Okay.
So that is why you have entered first door. You will be entering the.
I would like to video the floor.
Yeah. Again, it's marble, very clean. We have to maintain it dust free.
Then the question is, madam, why marble as a choice? Because from where we came from, marble is costly.
Yes, it is very costly.
Is your choice as a result of your love for quality, or you believe if the floor is marbled, it can help control contaminants, or it's a cleanable surface, easy to clean, or what's triggered your choice?
Apart from marble? Elegance, it does not absorb the dust.
Okay.
That is why we have shifted to you can see our whole hospital has got a marble floor.
Yes, marble from.
Yes.
That's the
white
from
in
the
color.
video.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is why.
Okay, so
you have entered the first door. This is our wash area where we wash our hands before entering the operation theatre.
That's the wash area.
Everybody
Can I move
has
closer?
To scrub. Everybody has to scrub.
Okay. These are some of the washing equipment.
Yes.
And there's an inscription here, scrub dispenser.
Yes.
Okay.
Without washing, you cannot.
So without washing, you cannot come in.
You cannot come inside this second.
Okay.
Now we are entering the main operation theatre. This is the C-arm, which is utilized mainly for the kidney stones.
For kidney stones?
Yes. We do a lot of stone removal without giving any cuts.
Okay.
So this just breaks the stones into pieces, and those stones are passed into the urine. So this is again a sophisticated equipment, a machine called C-arm, and under this C-arm guidance, the stone is broken into pieces.
For kidney stone?
For kidney stones. Wow. It is for kidney stones.
Okay, madam.
This is the anesthesia machine.
Anesthesia machine?
Boyle apparatus. When we give anesthesia to the machine, anesthetists, they take care of your every vital parameter. This is the monitor. 5 parameters are measured. This is the machine which helps the anesthetist to give you general anesthesia.
How do they ensure the accurate amount of the anesthetic drugs?
Their experience.
How do we ensure
and these machines help them.
Okay.
Yeah.
The machine helps them.
Yes.
And I think it varies from individual to individual.
Yes, of course.
Oh, so
that is why they have to take help of these machines and as well as their experience, because every case is different.
Okay.
Differs from patient to patient.
Okay, madam.
This is the trolley for which we use for hysteroscopy and laparoscopy. You can see all operations are done. We see on TV.
Okay.
And then we operate. These are various gadgets: light source, air insufflator. This is the cautery machine. So this is the whole lot of gadgets which help us in doing hysteroscopy and laparoscopy. And we are doing not only diagnostic but operative cases as well, like your fibroids, endometriosis, each and every case, especially all infertility patients.
And the important thing is no cutting.
No cutting, no. These machines help us to avoid giving any cuts to your abdomen.
Okay.
No cutting at all. Like
so
with the help of this machine, we are removing uterus even by giving no cuts. No cuts at all, not even keyholes. See, in laparoscopy, you are having 3 holes, keyholes on your tummy. But with this machine, there is not a single hole. We are just removing your uterus without giving you any cut at all.
So for those who are afraid of cuts, so that answers their questions.
Not
and I'm sure it can.
We try to avoid giving cuts to any female.
No, a lot of people are actually afraid of being cut open.
Yes.
Because that's what most people experience back there. So sometimes you get to see fibroid as big as anything, and occasionally you even think such women are pregnant.
Yeah.
That's what you think, but actually they are carrying problems all over the place.
Inside.
And like you said during the interview, that you don't have to die in silence.
No.
All you need to do is don't decide. Let your doctors decide.
Let your doctor decide. Come
Decide
to us,
for you.
and then we will help you out.
All right, madam.
This is just a This is just the voltage stabilizer, and this is all equipments. We are having all hysteroscopes. This is the laser machine. This is all hysteroscope inside. These are the special formalin chambers where we keep our laparoscopy and hysteroscopy equipments inside.
Okay.
All hand instruments, laparoscopes, hysteroscopes. This whole trolley is meant for that. All the equipments we need for doing hysteroscopy and laparoscopy.
I can smell, I think it's chloroform.
Yeah, it's formalin is used to
Formalin?
decontaminate, yes, for sterilization of the OT, which we have to do daily. So daily, before going, he fumigates the OT with formalin, so that next day when he comes, everything is sterile.
Wow.
All the environment is sterile.
I think we are addicted to sterilization.
Yes, you will become expert in sterilization. These are all drugs, equipment, small machines, the things which we need in operation theatre.
Okay. Then what are these,
to make
madam?
our lives comfortable, surgeons and anesthetists.
Oh.
Because patient is under anesthesia. So this is to make our lives easier. For patient. And for patient safety basically.
So this is where the patients lie?
Yes.
And it's quite comfortable.
Yes. It is for their safety that we have got all the latest equipments in operation theatre for anesthesia as well as for the surgery.
Okay. So once again, these are my friends. They are capable, and I'm sure by the time they give you that smile, you would want to leave. All right, ma'am. I think the facilities here are just world class, and this is like medicine made easy.
Yes.
It's not crude, it's not archaic, and this has really proved beyond reasonable doubt that it has actually evolved over time. It keeps changing.
Yes.
Modifications, innovations in medicine. So, madam, what advice do you have for young doctors, those who are planning to go into medicine, personal physicians, looking at the state of medicine today? What advice do you have for them?
My own son is now in first year of medical school. He is doing his medicine. Young doctors, basically they should go after finishing their graduation and post-graduation, they should go for super specialization, and they should work somewhere to gain more experience to handle the cases, because nowadays even in gynecology we are in the era of super specialization. Like in gynec itself, you can decide where you want to go for infertility, you want to go only for laparoscopy, or you want to go for obstetrics. So it's an era where super specialization is the norm. So you gain experience in that particular field and then start your own practice so that you can do justice to your patients.
Super specialization is the word.
Super specialization, yes.
Wow.
You should have proper knowledge in a particular field.
Wow. Madam, I've learned 3 things from you in the course of this interview. Number 1 is don't decide, let your doctor decide. Number 2, I've heard micro needles,
yes,
and you said they are for sophisticated. I don't know the terms you use, it's not my area, but I saw sophistication. And the 3rd thing is super specialization.
Yes.
I think that's enough for me for tonight to go ponder over.
Yeah.
And pray that one of these days, maybe my son or my daughter will become a specialist like you. All right, ma. And